Once upon a time, there were two young girls named Betty and Jenn. They had been the best of friends since they were little, and their bond only grew stronger with each passing year. One day, Betty faced a challenging situation. She had been struggling in school, and her grades had started to slip. Her parents were disappointed, and they scolded her for not working hard enough. Betty felt frustrated and hurt. She knew that she was trying her best, but it didn't seem to be enough. Betty turned to her friends for comfort, and Jenn was there for her, offering support and encouragement. However, one of their classmates, Tom, made fun of Betty for her poor grades. He called her a stupid loser and laughed at her in front of the entire class. Jenn felt angry and upset. She wanted to defend her friend, but she remembered the wisdom she had heard. Do not correct a fool, or he will hate you. Correct a wise man, and he will appreciate you. She knew that Tom was not worth her time or energy, and she chose not to engage with him. Instead, Jenn focused on helping Betty. She offered to tutor her in subjects where she was struggling, and she helped her develop better study habits. Betty felt grateful for Jenn's kindness and knew that she was lucky to have such a supportive friend. Jenn's wisdom didn't stop there. She also knew that it was essential to look for the good in every situation. She encouraged Betty to see her struggles as an opportunity to grow and learn. Likewise, she reminded her that no one was perfect, and everyone faced challenges from time to time. Betty took Jenn's advice to heart and started to see her struggles in a new light. She realized that her poor grades didn't define her and that she was capable of improvement. She started to work harder and put in extra effort to understand the material. Likewise, she felt proud of herself for the progress she was making. As Betty's grades improved, Tom started to take notice. He apologized for the way he had treated her and told her that he was impressed with her determination. Betty felt surprised but grateful for his kind words. Jenn had shown Betty that correcting a wise person could lead to positive outcomes. By helping Betty and offering her wisdom, she had helped both Betty and Tom grow as individuals. Jenn also knew that it was essential to develop an attitude of gratitude. She reminded Betty to be thankful for all the good things in her life, like her friends, her family, and her health. She encouraged her to express gratitude every day, whether it was through journaling or just taking a moment to reflect. Betty started to see the world in a more positive light. She felt grateful for her life and all the people in it. She started to appreciate the small things, like a sunny day or a good book. Likewise, she realized that life was full of blessings, and it was up to her to recognize them. Jenn's wisdom continued to guide her. She knew that it was important to let go of the past and not hold on to grudges. She reminded Betty that forgiveness was essential for personal growth and healing. Betty took her advice and decided to forgive Tom for his hurtful words. She felt lighter and freer, and she knew that she had made the right decision. As Betty and Jenn laughed and played together, they felt their bond grow even stronger. They knew that life would always have its challenges, but they felt equipped to handle them with their friendship and the wisdom they had learned. In the end, Betty and Jenn realized that wisdom was a powerful tool. It had helped them navigate difficult situations, improve themselves, and strengthen their friendship. They knew that life was full of lessons, and they were grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow. One day, as Betty and Jenn were walking through the park, they saw a group of young children playing together. One of the children fell down and started crying. The other kids gathered around and started teasing him. Jenn felt a pang of sadness and remembered the wisdom she had learned. Do not correct a fool, or he will hate you. Correct a wise man, and he will appreciate you. She knew that the children who were teasing the boy were not worth her time or energy. Instead, she approached the crying child and offered him a hand to help him up. She told him that it was okay to fall and that everyone did it occasionally. She encouraged him to keep playing and reminded him that he was brave for trying. Betty watched in awe as Jenn's wisdom and kindness shone through. She felt proud to have such a wise and compassionate friend. She knew that Jenn's example was something she could learn from and emulate in her life. As they continued walking, Jenn imparted more wisdom to Betty. She reminded her that it was important to focus on the good in people and not listen to gossip. She told her that it was easy to judge others based on rumors and hearsay, but it was much harder to give them the benefit of the doubt. Betty took Jenn's advice to heart and started to look for the good in people. She realized that everyone had their strengths and weaknesses, and it was up to her to see the positive in others. She also stopped listening to gossip and realized how toxic and hurtful it could be. As the sun began to set, Betty and Jenn sat on a bench and watched the world go by. They felt content and happy, knowing that they had each other and the wisdom they had learned. Jenn reminded Betty that it was up to them to design their own lives. She told her that they were controlling their happiness and that they had the power to create the life they wanted. Betty felt empowered by Jenn's words and started to think about what she wanted in life. She realized that she could pursue her dreams and make a difference in the world. She felt excited and hopeful for the future. As they said goodbye, Betty hugged Jenn tightly and thanked her for her friendship and wisdom. She knew that she was lucky to have such a wonderful friend in her life. Jenn smiled and hugged her back, knowing that their bond would only grow stronger with time. In the end, Betty and Jenn knew that wisdom was not just about knowledge, but about how you lived your life. They had learned that it was important to look for the good in every situation. Ignore what people say about you, develop an attitude of gratitude, let go of the past, not listen to gossip, design your own life, and laugh more. These lessons had helped them navigate challenges, grow as individuals, and strengthen their friendship. They knew that wisdom was not something you could acquire overnight, but a lifelong journey of learning and growth. As they walked away, hand in hand, they felt grateful for each other and the wisdom they had learned. The end. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing for more interesting videos like this from this channel. We love you.